Good morning and welcome to the Headquarters and Headquarters Company, United States Army Garrison Red Cloud Change of Command Ceremony from Captain David Hong to Captain Jason Howell, and change of responsibility from First Sergeant Emmanuel Miles to Sergeant First Class Andrew Landrum, who is currently on emergency leave. On behalf of Sergeant First Class Landrum, Sergeant First Class Vanda Johnson will receive the guidon. The ceremony today is hosted by the Commander of the United States Army Garrison Casey, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen G. Finley. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation given by Chaplain Lee, the Area 1 Chaplain, and for the playing of the national anthems of the Republic of Korea, the United States of America.
Would you join me in prayer? Almighty God, thank you for the dedicated soldiers gathered here for the HHC Change of Command, and ask your continued blessing upon them. We also thank you for Captain Hong for his leadership and dedication in taking care of soldiers and missions as the commander. Bless him and his wife as they make a transition to Fort Lee and grant them traveling mercy. And also we thank you for First Sergeant Miles for his leadership and taking care of the soldiers. As we welcome Captain Howell and Sergeant Landrum as the new commander and First Sergeant, we ask your blessing upon them. Grant them your wisdom, courage, and strength, and guide them always to make the right decision as they take the command and lead the command. Help all of us, O Lord, to be the people of honor and integrity who usher peace and justice in this world. In your holy name, amen.
Please be seated. At this time, Sergeant Hinchin and Private Yo will present Ms. Hong and his mother-in-law with a bouquet of roses to thank them for their unyielding support and assistance they gave to the soldiers of HHC. Captain David Hong received his commission as an active duty infantry lieutenant in 2004. Since then, he has had the privilege of serving in a variety of leadership and staff positions to include battalion plans and future ops officer, infantry platoon leader, company executive officer, military transition team operations, and tactics advisor, and the company commander of HHC USAG Red Cloud. Captain Hong's prior assignments include Bell Detachment, 2nd Infantry Division, 1st 1st Infantry Division, and the Installation Management Command, Korea. Captain Hong is married to Caitlin Park, and they have 2 dogs. First Sergeant Miles was born in Silver Spring, Maryland, and entered the Army on May 1st, 1992. He attended basic training at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and advanced individual training at Fort Lee, Virginia. His assignments include Supply Sergeant, 142nd CSB, Fort Polk, Louisiana, Supply Sergeant, 25th Infantry Division, Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, Supply Sergeant, 3rd Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard, Fort Myer, Virginia, Battalion Senior Supply Sergeant, U.S. Army Garrison, Fort Myer, Virginia, Brigade Senior Supply Sergeant, 1st Sustainment Brigade, Fort Riley, Kansas, Battalion Senior Supply Sergeant, 2nd and 13th Infantry Battalion, Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Supply and Services Senior Supply Sergeant, 2nd Infantry Division, Camp Red Cloud, Korea. He assumed responsibility of HHC USAG Red Cloud as the 1st Sergeant in November of 2011. He participated in Operation Iraqi Freedom 2005 and 2007. Captain Jason Howell entered active duty in 2006. Since then, he has had the opportunity of serving in a range of positions, to include Company Executive Officer, Battalion Operations Officer, Brigade Operations Officer, Warehouse Accountable Officer, and Brigade SPO Maintenance OIC. Captain Howell's prior assignments include the 4th Sustainment Brigade, Brigade Troops Battalion, and 49th Movement Control Battalion, Fort Hood, Texas. Captain Howell's military education consists of Ordnance Officer Basic Course and Combined Logistics Captain's Career Course. Captain Howell is single and his family resides in Alabama. The very soul of a military unit is symbolized in the colors. The colors record the glories of the past, stand guard over the present, and provide inspiration for a unit's future. From the earliest of times, commanders used a banner or other symbols to identify themselves and to serve as a rallying point for their warriors. For today's soldiers, the unit colors still serve such a purpose. The passing of the guidon from the old commander to the new is significant in many ways. With the transfer of the colors to the new leader goes responsibility for mission accomplishment and the welfare of the soldiers of the command. By authority of paragraph 3-1 Bravo, Army Regulation 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of Headquarters and Headquarters Company, United States Army Garrison, Red Cloud. Signed, Jason L. Howell, Captain, Logistics Commanding. The First Sergeant Emmanuel J. Miles, representing the backbone of the company, hands the guidon to the outgoing commander, Captain David Hong. The outgoing commander then passes the guidon to the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen G. Finley, signifying the return of the responsibility of which he was entrusted upon assuming command. The battalion commander then passes the guidon to the incoming commander, Captain Jason Howell, thus demonstrating his confidence in the commander's ability to handle the responsibility of command and maintain the unit, which is disciplined and trained in the basics of soldiering. Captain Howell returns the guidon to the acting First Sergeant, Sergeant First Class Johnson, who then entrusts the guidon to the company guidon bearer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of United States Army Garrison Casey, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen G. Finley.
Good morning, everyone. Colonel Dodge, Colonel Fromm, Command Sergeant Major LeClaire, Garrison Directors, guests, friends of the United States Army, Red Cloud, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here this morning. Today's a special day both for Captains David Hong and Jason Howell, for as we conduct the time-honored tradition of passing the colors from the outgoing to the incoming commander to signify the passing of command and its responsibilities, we take the opportunity to recap the past accomplishments of one commander and welcome aboard the new commander. Absolutely outstanding performance in command. Captain Hong has completed all tasks in an exemplary manner. David is a multi-talented officer who possesses the rare ability to take the most complicated tasks and reduce them to their essentials. His unit's performance, particularly the superb state of his arms and MDC rooms, were instrumental in receiving commendables during the recent command inspection program. A superb trainer, mentor, and motivator, David implemented programs within his company and unit which produced exceptional results. His focus on medal-based training, emphasis on MBC individual and team training greatly improved the soldier wartime survivability. Captain Hong demonstrated total concern about soldier quality of life and instilled a newfound pride in the soldiers where they work and live, a testament to his total dedication to their personal and professional welfare. Nothing could be closer to the truth of this statement than what the soldiers of Headquarters Company have done over the past 2 years. Whether it was taking care of family members by running the Camp Red Cloud Emergency Evacuation Center or manning the access control points and fence line to ensure the security of the installation during both theater exercises as well as the annual Area 1 Full Spectrum Force Protection exercise, the soldiers of Headquarters Companies always rose to the challenge. In addition to the challenges of daily mission support, Captain Hong continued to sharpen the sword through weapons ranges, battle task training, and soldier admin support. These events are not easy tasks, and a lot of hard work and team effort between the commander, the first sergeant, platoon sergeants, directors, and staff made it all possible. Captain Hong and his company were also deeply involved in strengthening the ties that we have with our citizens of Uijeongbu by hosting and participating in numerous goodwill, friendship events, as well as sponsoring a local orphanage. To appreciate the magnitude of these accomplishments, one must understand the complexities and scope of the Headquarters Company. Headquarters Company soldiers are not only members of the company, they are also key members of the garrison directorates as well as the garrison staff. They work in all garrison support functions such as transportation, public works, human resources, emergency services, operation and plans, logistics, just to name a few. As you can tell, this is a unit with very many moving parts and challenges given the geographic dispersion and the seniority of personnel. This was the challenge that Captain Hong and First Sergeant Miles met on a daily basis to ensure the readiness and welfare of our soldiers. Not an easy task for anyone, and one that is recognized here today. Thanks for a job well done. Captain Hong and First Sergeant Miles, you both should be proud of your command team. Continue to reflect on this time throughout your career. We wish you both good luck as you venture back into the land of milk and honey. As you move on to your next assignments, you will have many opportunities, new and with new adventures to experience and to excel. Captain Hong and First Sergeant Miles, I wish you both the best in your next endeavors. Captain Hong, congratulations to you and your bride, Caitlin, and we could not be happier for you as you begin the next chapter in your life. The soldiers, death dealers of HHC, simply outstanding. You look great. You're first class and a proud unit. Now for the new commander, Captain Howell. He comes to us with great credentials, serving the past year at Fort Lee, Virginia. Since your time on the ground, you have been already demonstrating that a strong desire to bring the command to the next level, and you're looking forward to it. Good luck as you embark on the challenge of command. You will find that company command will always be one of your most memorable times during your career, in which time you get to spend it with troops. You are taking command of a great organization, command it with pride and enjoy it. I'd like to thank all the CATUSAs, the U.S. service members who have worked so hard to make sure we are truly ready to fight and win. You stand watch 24 hours a day in all types of weather and constantly train for multiple contingencies. Thank you for your dedication to duty and willingness to serve to defend against all types of threats. Again, thank you all for attending this morning's event. Support and defend Kapshi Kapshida.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing commander of Headquarters and Headquarters Company, USAG Red Cloud, Captain David K. Hong.
Colonel Dodge, Lieutenant Colonel Fromm, Lieutenant Colonel Finley, Sergeant Major Saeed, Sergeant Major Leclerc, distinguished guests, friends, family, and soldiers of HHC. Welcome to our change of command and our change of responsibility ceremony. A while back, a number of my predecessors and superiors advised me that once I assumed command, enjoy every moment of it, both good and bad, because once it ends, there's no going back. I was sitting in a coffee shop the other day, trying to reflect on the past 2 years. All the trials and tribulations, the tears, the laughters, meetings, training events, exercises, NCOERs, awards, inspections, and all the wonderful soldiers who have graced the unit. It took me a while. It made me chuckle quite a bit. But it wasn't until the end that I came to the realization and understood what my predecessors had been telling me. Being a company commander is truly one of the best jobs in the Army. It has its good times and some horrific ones, but in the end, none of that matters. Every moment of command becomes an irreplaceable experience to an officer who carries it with him for the rest of his career. The past 2 years have been an amazing ride for me, and it saddens me greatly to know that it has come to an end. But as we know, that in the Army, with each ending, brings about a new beginning. Colonel Dodge, sir, thank you for having the trust and confidence in me and allowing me to serve as your subordinate commander. Your words of wisdom, genuine care, and your unyielding support was always a source of motivation and a reason for me and the company to be the very best. Every time we met, you always took the time to converse with me, and you really showed me through your actions on how to conduct myself as a professional and how to care for my subordinates. Thank you, sir. Lieutenant Colonel Fromm, sir, you took an inexperienced captain and took him under your wings and provided endless guidance and mentorship. Our lunch OPDs and office calls were times of great mentoring and self-discovery. You always provided me with the uncompromising support and backing that not many commanders can dream of. Lieutenant Colonel Finley, sir, I don't really know where to begin. When I felt that I had mastered the art of company command, you came and blew me out of the water. After each engagement, I always left scratching my head, knowing that I had a long way to go. Sir, you are one of the most complex and intelligent officers I have met. Thank you for taking the time and effort to shape and mold me into a better officer. Thanks to you, I will always be sure to worry about the little things instead of the big things, because big things have a way of playing themselves out. I will also take greater caution when I speak or write, because words have meanings. Sergeant Majors, there's no need for words when it comes to you two, Sergeant Major Saeed and Sergeant Major Leclerc. You two are the very best our NCO Corps has to offer. Thank you for the support, guidance, and mentorship you have provided my NCOs and myself. Directors, section chiefs, civilians, Korean workers, and our Rock Army brothers, thank you for what you do each and every day. You ladies and gentlemen do not receive enough credit for what you do for the soldiers and the garrison. I came into MCOM not even knowing what the acronym stood for. After 2 years, I can tell you that I'm much smarter and wiser, thanks to each and every one of you. I would love to stand here and name everyone who has played a vital role in the success of the company, but that would take all morning. I will, however, tell you that you guys are true professionals, and you are the reason why MCOM is the Army's home. Soldiers of HHC, both past and present, thank you. You Katusas and American soldiers represent everything that is good and honorable in both our great nations. Be proud of what you do and know that all of you play a vital role in the success of our organization. You have made these past 2 years the two of the most memorable years of my military career. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the near future. Captain Howell, I've had the pleasure of spending the last few weeks with you during the transition period. You are a highly competent and capable officer, and it brings me great pleasure and comfort knowing that I leave this great organization in your hands. Please take good care of the soldiers in your command and take this unit to unparalleled success. First Sergeant, we finally made it. I think we've reached a point in our professional relationship where you and I don't have to say a whole lot to communicate. Thank you for being a true battle buddy, a great mentor, and my voice of reason. You made my job easy and enjoyable. You are a true professional and the very reason our NCO Corps is the very best in the world. I could not have done it without you. Thank you. Lastly, my wife, Kate, and Mom, thank you for being the most supportive and caring wife and mother-in-law anyone can ask for. Without your support, care, and love, I cannot do what I do and go where I go. You ladies are the better part of me, and I thank you for being part of my life. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you farewell. This is not a permanent goodbye, but a short farewell. I wish all of you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and look forward to meeting all of you in the future. God bless you. Death Dealer 6 out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Headquarters and Headquarters Company, USAG Red Cloud, Captain Jason L. Howell.
I'm going to keep this pretty short. I just want to thank everybody within the IMCOM organization for giving me the privilege of taking command here. I want to also say that Captain Hong is a great commander. Everybody was lucky to have him, and I'm going to maintain the success that you guys have had, and we're going to move forward and keep on gaining momentum and going in the right direction. All policies and procedures will remain in effect.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the Army song. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet Captain Hong at the podium to wish him well. You are all invited to attend Captain Howell's reception in the chapel across the street from the theater.